Hi everybody, it's Tandy the Canadian Stamper, and this is the third card of the Beauty of Friendship class. This one is a fun fold. So in your kit, or if you're making the kit, I will have the card measurements in the comments, or the description I should say. So we will have in your kit your basic white envelope. You're gonna have a piece of Merry Merlot, and it's going to be scored, excuse me, and then you're going to have 2 pieces of designer series paper, which are going to go like so. Sometimes you could turn them over if you wish, whatever is your preference. Then you will have a piece of smoky slate. Is that true? No, this is basic gray, pardon me. And I've embossed it with the texture embossing folder. And then you're going to have this piece, which is going to go like so, and then a piece of early espresso scrap to make our tree base. So let's go ahead and get our base organized and stamp our sentiment, and then we will die cut the tree. So let's get the folding done. I'll use a bone folder, and we're going to fold back on the 2 closest ones. So this piece here is going to be your focal panel. And then now that those are back, and then these are going to come forward. This one comes forward so that you end up with this. That's what we're going for, right there. So now I'm going to go ahead and crease these lines with my bone folder, and this way. So this will fit perfectly in your envelope. So when you're making your project, you'll want to make sure that your design elements don't go off of the card base, or else it won't fit. So then we're going to take these 2 pieces. I'm going to use the Tombow multi-purpose glue. The Stampin' Seal also works, or whatever glue that you have. So these side panels are going to have 1/4 inch all the way around. Just going to clean the tip here. We'll do the other side. This designer series paper is gorgeous. I'm really happy with it. And I think that you could intermix a lot of different designer series papers with this set, but you could also make your own designer series paper as well. Okay, so then next is going to be the piece of basic gray, and I'm gonna put that down. So like I said, the measurements will be in the description, so you can get these side pieces correct. Perfect. So there's our card base. This is the fun fold, so it's going to stand up like that. So let's set this piece aside and let's work on the focal point. So we will do the sentiment. I am going to do friendships refresh the soul. And I am going to use Merry Merlot, which of course matches our cardstock and also the colors in our designer series papers. So the ink for the sentiment will tie everything in nicely. Because we're using photopolymer stamps, I am going to use my piercing mat, which just helps me get a good impression. Oh, pardon me. We need to, it has to be off to the side here, because when we add this like so, we add our tree with the base. I want, this is gonna be too big, I think. The sentiment, go. I think I have to use a different sentiment, guys. Hang on. Let's do our tree first, actually, just so I don't mess it up. So I'm gonna bring out my mini stamp cut and emboss machine, and I'm gonna get out the die. This is the die that we're gonna use to make the tree base. So we're gonna make a sandwich here. The plates are numbered 1 and 2, so you'll have 2 number 1s. Pardon me, 1 number 1, 2 number 2s. And then which it grabs, we'll just run it through. Sorry for the shaking. This die is so cool. And the deep dark brown for the branches. It's really pretty. So if the pieces are stuck a bit, I'm just kind of holding the piece that's stuck and I'm kind of wiggling it apart. All right, so let's bring this back in. Like so, and then like so. Isn't that cool? So as far as sentiments go, I have this corner to work with. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I believe in you, because I think that's gonna fit perfectly just here in the corner. So let's swap out our stamp. And I think what I'm gonna do is add, before I get going here, this has got some ink to it, like a little ink splotch. So I'm gonna ink up the Merry Merlot and just add a little bit. And then my sentiment here that says, I believe in you. Perfect. So let's finish this off. So this actually was not a good choice, folks, because it looks like blood, doesn't it? So let's fix that. I'm gonna intermix another color on there. I wasn't thinking, did I? And I'm gonna bring back this stamp set, and we're gonna add orange to it. And hopefully that will help it not look there. That's so funny, I didn't even think about that. That's pretty with the different fall colors on there. Looks nice actually now. Whew, saved the day. That's funny. All right, so let's get our tree and embellishments on. So this one, I'm gonna just put glue in the center. Right about there. Let that get tacky. So to put this tree on, right about there. So I'm just gonna add, so you can, if I was more clever, these Stampin' Up! Has adhesive sheets, which you add this to your cardstock and then run it through your die machine, and you end up with, this would essentially be like a sticker, and you would pull the paper off and it would expose a nice fine sheet of glue for you to adhere your tree down or whatever you've decided to cut. So I'm just adding a very thin layer to some main points to adhere so that it gets stuck down. I'm going to spread this out just so it's a bit easier to work with. Perfect. And then this is going to go over top. Beautiful. So in the stamp set, because one day when this video is showing, the designer series paper will not be available anymore, you can certainly make your own tree branches using the baby wipe technique to get all of the multicolors. You can just search YouTube or look at my other videos for the baby wipe technique. It's very cool. I'm happy with this. Let's get our embellishments on. Where will I put these? These are like iridescent, glittery. Yep, that's it. That's our card. So that's how it looks when it's standing. And to write your sentiment, you can either write on here, or if you have a white panel that you want to put there for your sentiment piece. And then, like I say, it'll fit perfectly in your envelope. Feel free to stamp and decorate your envelope if you wish. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.